I put it?
Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like this is Groundhog Day. I feel like it was not long ago that we saw Alicia taking her kids to go to New York City. It wasn't that long. We've already bought all the bags, we've already bought all the jackets, we've already bought all the hats and gloves. We have bought all of these things. Yet here we are, I don't know how many months later, reliving history.
Here's what we packed in each of our 12 kids' backpack carry-on for our flight to New York City. Everybody has a new Mets hat, a book, a blanket, sunglasses, gum, phone, Nintendo Switch, iPad, chargers, headphones, stuffed animals, a change of clothes, fruit snacks, animal crackers, cookies, Scooby snacks, muffin bites, and veggie sticks.
This already happened, right? And this is just gonna be all about Alicia's latest video where she's going like, she's preparing. There are so many things that are just so weird that I wanna discuss about this video. And it's so odd because this is a kind of video that I normally wouldn't click on, that I normally wouldn't give a time of day because like, I just can't be bothered to watch it. It's just not really my cup of tea, just in general. But there's definitely a couple things. So I don't even really know how to formulate this. I'm gonna say it off from the elephant in the room, which is exactly what I said last time. Before we get on to like the spending and how ridiculous it is, because we all know it's ridiculous.
Yeah, are these not adorable?
Oh, she will strut all over.
I think like her spending, yes, it's not like the major plot point of why her channel is problematic, but it's definitely become quite an interesting plot point, if this makes any sense. Like, it's definitely something that a lot of people find interesting. I find it absolutely fascinating because I just don't know where the hell they store it, and it's just a huge waste. So that's the reason why I find it quite interesting to talk about. So number one, and I have talked about this before, Alicia has these bags, okay? And she'd already had these kind of bags made before, and I will throw up a clip if I can even find it. She'd already made that before.
Here's what we packed in each of our 12 kids' backpack carry-on for our flight to New York City.
And now they're kind of a different colour. We see her pull them out of the Amazon boxes, blah, blah, blah. The problem I have, which is what I actually had last time, was the fact that the kids' names are very obviously sort of emblazoned, is that the word, emblazoned, like, you know, broadcasted on the back of all these bags, and it says them, and it's not just in little writing, it's full on, like, you could be in a helicopter and you could literally see what those kids' names are, like big Arial, like, I'm gonna say this, quite ugly Arial font, do you know what I mean? Like, they could have picked a prettier looking font, but this is just me being a bit fontist. I like a good font. I like a font to look quite nice. I'm the kind of person that if I'm doing any sort of writing, I need to make sure my font looks nice. And I feel like they just picked the ugliest font. That's just my own personal opinion, doesn't really matter, no, but I'm just giving it to you anyway. Huge, great, big, ugly font writing, and it has all of the kids' names on it. And the thing is that this is so dangerous. Like, if you're going to a city, and I hear like New York City can be is quite rough in some areas, like loads of different types of cities around the world. I know I've been to New York, I would love to go. It's definitely on my bucket list. But why would you travel around with all of your kids with their names written on the back? I thought we'd grown out of it. Like, it's literally become a thing lately where you're told not to have your kids' names just put on things so that strangers can't come past and they go, oh, and they shout the kid over, because the kid then thinks that they know them when in actual fact they don't. They just know the kid's name because the name is written on the back in really, really ugly font. She has been told this before. She was told this last time before they went away. She was told this repetitively, but she just chooses to ignore it. So it's not like she doesn't know. She just doesn't really care, which doesn't really make a lot of sense.
And then I put it.
That's number one point. Number 2 point as well is that I feel like whenever I see any of these family channels and they all make the kids wear the same things, is it just me? I find it a little bit creepy. I'm gonna be completely honest. And it's to the point where all of the kids have like matching like pajamas. I kind of get matching pajamas, but like they have matching jackets, matching clothes, matching stuff. And I just think like the kids, you never apart from when she makes it a thing like, oh, do you guys want to pick out something, I feel like she always tries to put her kids in like similar outfits, so that they don't really have a lot of self-identity. Like they're just a part of this large family and they've all got to wear the same jackets and and I do find it odd. I do know full well that like when they do go away on shopping trips, she does let the kids pick out these clothes, but more often than not she does these photo shoots, or whenever they go out and about they've all got to wear the same thing. And I get that it's a form of safety so that obviously you can spot your kid, but what use is using that technique when you have the kid's name written incredibly outright on the back of a bag? So you can say, oh yeah, but I dress them all the same so I can keep an eye on them, but that doesn't mean anything if you literally have your kid's name written on the back of the bag. Do you know what I mean? For me anyway, I think that completely cancels out any form of safety. It's just so that you can then see them, but that doesn't stop other people from, I get it, kids can go wandering off, I do appreciate that, but I just think it's a little bit like, so you're willing to be safe in this aspect, but you're not willing to be safe in the other. And for me, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. The elephant in the room is the fact that we have seen her shop so much recently, going out and getting jackets, going out and getting this and that, getting the jackets. She has been talking about getting the kids snow jackets for the longest bloody time, and then she just goes and gets the same jacket for each kid anyway.
I like that these packets have zippers, so we won't lose track of hats and gloves. I mean, I'm sure we still will, but you know.
And it's like, why were we talking about jackets and stuff? It's like, why did the kids need brand new everything to literally go on a trip? It makes no sense. She's literally been running around in circles for the past 2 weeks saying, I need this and this, and then doesn't actually pack any of it. Instead, she just goes and orders like standard cookie cutter things for the kids, and then they all have to wear the same thing anyway. I even read this one comment, and I'm not quite sure, I tried to find this portion of the video where she was talking about like underwear and things, because you know how much I can't stand it when she starts doing this. I tried to see and I couldn't find it, but I did read a couple comments saying that they were putting all the underwear in like one great big suitcase and the kids then have to like pick out. And it's like, you've got older kids and younger kids. Like, why can't the kids just carry their own, like the older kids just pack and carry their own things? Like some of these kids are older, would they not want that, to be able to like choose what they're gonna wear and like to actually keep their own underwear on them? The whole thing is incredibly strange. When I was about 8 or 9, I was having to pack, and even my eldest, and she's going to be 6 next year, she doesn't do the greatest job obviously because she's 6, you know, she'll just pack whatever she wants, and I go along and I just like keep stuff there and I just slide in the important things like the t-shirts, but she loves that whole process. And especially when I was a bit older, I was packing my own bags, I knew what I wanted, and it just sets you up for just knowing. And I don't want to parent shame, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to give a little bit of experience into how, because I was able to do that when I was younger, I can just pack in a heartbeat, or I'm quite well organised. And I think when you learn to be organised when you're younger, it just translates into your older life. And now I feel really organised in most areas. I'm not the most organised person, but I feel like I manage my time, manage my work, manage my things, manage shopping. I can manage like daily tasks quite well. And I think it's because that kind of expectation was put on me when I was younger. And I know that a lot of you guys are probably the same anyway. She's gotten all this stuff. Josh says the most hilarious thing. Josh basically comes along after all of this going on about the jackets. Alicia was like, are we gonna wear the jackets or are we just gonna pack?
And do we wear them or do we pack them in a suitcase?
I think you wear them.
Okay.
I think the main thing too when you're packing is that less is more.
Well, yes.
You can bring the bare minimum of everything.
Right. They're nice though, right? I know.
It's a good outdoor jacket.
Yeah.
Josh then turned around and he was just like, well, less is more, Alicia. And Alicia's face, honestly, swear to golly goodness, her face was an absolute picture. Like, what? Like, are you sick? And it's just like, I get where they're coming from. I do get where they're coming from. I just think, like, why buy all of this stuff? And we know full well the last time they went on the pretty similar trip to New York, they then went into the airport shop, which, by the way, who the hell is buying like I don't know what it was, headphones, AirPods, whatever it was. I think it was $400 she spent on like gum and just random little things. It's just like, it's like, why? The whole thing makes no sense. There was another bit as well where she was unpacking. She was like, oh, I've got some new boots for their youngest, who's 4, I think. And she pulled out this like brand new pair of Uggs and she was like, oh, they're so pretty. Looked at them for 2 seconds. I'll show you the clip. 2 seconds. And then just like cast them away.
Is that?
Slippers. Isn't that what I ordered? They were supposed to be matching boots to Harley's little Uggs. Hey, well, somebody messed up that order. We'll fix that later. Yeah, are these not adorable?
Oh, she will strut all over.
I'm like, I can't even afford a pair of Uggs now, let alone if I was a toddler being given a pair of Uggs. So that is some luxury, comfortable material you got going on there. And this is another point as well with the whole shoe thing. Loads of people were then saying, well, shoes, you're getting your kids to break in shoes. Are their feet not going to be extremely uncomfortable with this whole thing? And after all of this jamming and packing and just literally throwing stuff around, honestly, this was the most interesting video she's done to date. She was just chucking everything around, just ripping stuff out of packets. It wasn't as if she was walking around, going into each room and going, this is what we need. She was just unboxing things. This was just one great big unboxing with a little bit of labeling. This was basically what this video was, okay? She then, at the very end, gets the stuff and starts presenting it on the bed. And I'm like, is this video, is what you have just done just there, just to get a shot? It's just to get a shot at the end. And I don't think that was even her thumbnail shot. No, it wasn't. I'm now looking at the thumbnail. There wasn't even the thumbnail shot. So she's blatantly like got that all stored up on her computer, going to be using that for something, because that isn't even her thumbnail picture. This whole video was just a ploy for her to get a picture at the very end. But the thing is, this wasn't prep. This was an unboxing. You were unboxing things which you didn't need to get. Where, like, what do these kids do to the jackets and the hats and the socks and the whatever, which means that you can't then reuse them? I get that hats and socks and gloves, like literally, I think I own about 3 matching pairs of socks. I'm a very unmatchy socks kind of girl. I just wear unmatched socks everywhere. And that's just what I do because I seemingly can't keep track of socks. I understand that. But the jackets, what happens to these jackets? Why do you need more? What happened to the backpacks? Why do you need more backpacks? Very nichey backpacks. It's not like, oh, I just broke a couple so I had to replace it. She's just gotten whole new tagged and everything. And it's like, what is happening? This woman has found so much money and I just feel like she's just going off the deep end because this is like so unbelievably ridiculous. I haven't seen anyone spend quite like this in a very long time. And you see, like, even really rich people wouldn't spend like this because they know that they need to try and keep that money. Rich people don't spend money like this. The rich, the really rich, stay rich because they're very, very good with their money. Alicia, on the other hand, spends as if she's just going to keep it going. And I just feel like it was just mad between the lack of safety that they have with the bags, the fact that none of their kids seemingly have any form of identity. It's a bit strange. And then just the fact that she's now bought all this new stuff. She bought loads and loads of food for like a 45-minute plane journey. I don't know, someone can come after me. I think it's 45 minutes. It changes all the time in the comments. I don't really know. One person said, and now after all that, you are displaying it all out on the bed for a picture? So weird. It took you no time to put it all out organised. Now what was the reason for that massive mixed up pile rummaging through stuff over and over again and not finding things because it was unorganised? Now you organise for a picture at the end. Make it make sense. But she didn't even organise it for a picture at the end because the picture at the end wasn't even the stuff on the bed. So that picture's probably going to prop up somewhere on her timeline. I don't know. It's just, I just wanted to talk about it because I just found the whole, just everything was too much. Their comment section is actually getting blown up with just negative comments at the minute. If you click on the 3 things and you click on most recent, you can then just see all the comments coming in before they're deleted. People aren't very happy about it. They're really honestly not. And I just can't look away because it's like history repeating itself. We just saw her doing this exact same haul for a vacation that they had to the same place not even that long ago. Just make it make sense. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.